So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Cafu tries to play it through. Cafu, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. He's picked his way through. Albert Ferrer did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Roberto Carlos. Vieira.
Angers are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Song Hyun. And the shot! And yes, it's there! And they're threatening to fly away here. Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
So that's two now without reply.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Pass somewhat off target. Zola has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Well, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Probably be looking to play it square from here. So who's he going to be aiming for here? That was travelling. Oh, easy pickings there. Nzonzi. And here's Ronaldinho. He's having a pop! Keeper's not concerned by that.
Well, the defence are in a good position to get behind the ball and let them just try from range.
Vieira. Zola looking to be a menace in the final third. Guardiola. Here's Vieira. And it's Vieira. And that is a little undercooked.
Oh, really well played.
He's found a way past. Thinks one through. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Guardiola. Passing nice and neat. Looking for options for movement. Nzonzi. It's Roberto Carlos. Nzonzi. Cafu. He won't be happy with that one. And it's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. He shifted it to the flank. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. Cafu drives forward on the overlap. Vieira gets across to intercept that. Guardiola. Ronaldinho. He's on it, and a chance! Well taken goal. On the cusp of half-time, he delivers with perfect timing. What a delicious finish. That is immaculate.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
Angers cut their deficits and look raring to go again.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Evair.
Il y aura 2 minutes de temps additionnel.
Oh, he's bustling through here. Vieira. Here's a perfect combination of brain and brawn. That has ended up in no man's land. Now it's Mbappe. So a temporary halt to the action. So engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that 2-goal cushion early in the second half.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly.
Votre attention, s'il vous plaît. Les personnes chargées de la sécurité sont priées de se présenter au PC sécurité.
And we get things going again.
Angers can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Messi. Zola. Oh, that is a nice touch. And Zola! And that's a good finish. And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. And that really is so impressive.
Après 49 minutes de jeu, par...
So the lead now is 2.
You can certainly sense a real change of mood here. Now the crowd are demanding that they just finish this off.
Messi. Oh, that's nice. Thuram, a man never lacking in drive or determination. And it's Guardiola. That's a cute ball. And he's taking no chances there. No way through. Stam. That's Vieira. Messi. Messi! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Roberto Carlos gets into a good position. Thuram, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
Le
Messi
nombre de spectateurs pour ce match, 29
engages
830.
and forces him off the ball. It's played through for him. Chance for a shot! Zola looking to pass their way up the pitch. Zola going face to face with his great rival. And he's forced to go back. And it's Messi. Vieira is always looking to break lines. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. And that could set him on his way. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And here's Son Heung-min. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Nzonzi. Cafu. Nzonzi. Guendouzi. Oh, that's delightful. Guardiola did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Zola. Oh, that's fabulous. Albert Ferrer gets in to thwart him. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Ronaldinho does really well to win the ball there. Evair. Ronaldinho. And that is well cleared. Son Heung-min has found the net here, of course. Tries to play it through. Driving through the middle. And Messi! Could have won it there and then. He knows that. Oh, he knows it.
Well, he's looked very lively. He really wants to put this game to bed.
So we have movement on both benches.
Pour le remplacer, le numéro 17, Cristiano Ronaldo. Changement.
Nzonzi. Ronaldinho. Now that looks a decent ball. Schneider. But that has not gone well. Nzonzi. To Beckham. Knocks it into space. Pele. Oh, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Nice control. Aimed at the far side. Cafu can get it clear. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. That has been knocked clear. Beckham is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
That
is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Pullet. Pullet! Now, who Who's going to be first? Oh, he's been caught on it here. Pele with the cross. Cafu. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were beaten by a better team. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And that gets things running. Giorgio Chiellini, Jim. Now there is a defender who loves to defend.
Yeah, and he's a very capable one too. I mean, this guy is all about courage, physicality, athleticism, about as hard as they come, although I personally like to see him paired up with some ball-playing defenders. His distribution is decent, but you want him to focus on the main task, which is defending, and that he loves.
Takes a shot! He's delivered all right!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
So the game's first significant moment. He's in one-on-one. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Now it's Neymar. Now it's Berbatov. Might be dangerous. It's Neymar! Off the post. I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
And it's Neymar. Played back. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Evair. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, delightful ball. Shot a goal! They want to be quick to recover this. Hakimi. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Berbatov. Dani Olmo can so cleverly bypass the press. Ronaldinho. Looking for a runner. Floated through. And this is Ronaldinho. And the finish! Oh, now this is interesting, and the referee has pointed to the spot. Angers presented with a golden opportunity here. The chance to pull further clear. Oh, brilliant stop from Courtois! Backward it goes. Ball's towering header! No, just not quite.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
And he's had it nicked away. Knocks it into space. And it's Beckham. Cafu. Oh, some astute defending there. And it's Beckham. Dani Olmo looking to pass their way up the pitch. Dani Olmo. Now it's Donadoni. Donadoni. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Delaney tries to play it through. That has been cut short. Rijkaard. This is a promising build-up. Great vision. Can he finish? And yes, it's there! They are right back in business.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here. Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Silvestre. Howson. Chiellini. Rijkaard. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. But that has not gone well. Dani Olmo. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Berbatov. And that interception was most necessary. Gives it back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Beckham. Evair. A probing pass. And he's intervened well there. Hakimi. Rijkaard was in no mood for any of that. Berbatov. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Dani Olmo. Duke, who's set up one goal so far. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And it's Ronaldinho. Spread out to the left. Now it's Delaney.
There will be
Beckham.
1 minute added
There's
time.
a sharp little ball here. Rijkaard. Neymar. And Berbatov. Now it's Neymar. And it's half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. Well, Jim, they've both had their moments.
Well, it's definitely been a game where both sides have tried to play to their own strengths, and I suppose neither side would be particularly unhappy with this scoreline. I suspect, Peter, the two managers will be keen to urge patience and discipline from their players now.
Well, it has been tight, it's been competitive. Each side with one significant moment, and at half-time the score is 1-1.
Just a quick announcement, it is now time for our special lottery. Please grab the tickets you were given when you were walking through the gates.
Alger get the ball rolling in the second half. Alger do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
And this is Neymar. Now it's Berbatov. Tries to pass it through. And the shot! What a wonderful goal!
Boom! There we go. And it couldn't be much better. He was born for the glory he's just managed. The apple on top of the tree.
So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on? Or even better, can they get another?
Now there's a fine ball. Ronaldinho. Played into space. It's a pretty loose pass. Howson. Rijkaard. A picture of focus and alertness. Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune, pretty sharpish. Dani Olmo. Rijkaard. Chiellini. Hakimi. Chiellini. Howson. Dani Olmo. And it's Chiellini.
Angers may only be one behind, but they're showing much in terms of threatening parity.
He's having a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Cafu! Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Berbatov. Looking for options for movement. And he's lost his man here. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Ronaldinho being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
This is a promising build-up. Alger are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Quality ball. Oh, that's a key interception. And here's Neymar. Not the most accurate pass. Delaney. Berbatov. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Great chance! It's in! 2 up now, and they are cruising. That is a super smooth goal, beautiful manoeuvring of the ball, and splendid authority in the finish.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. All very neat and tidy.
And yes, it's him again.
Substitution in progress.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. So the lead now is 2.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away.
Can he get on the end of this? It's played through for him. Oh, a real chance! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Rijkaard. Dani Olmo looking to pass their way up the pitch. Juve aimed beyond the defence. Delaney. Guendouzi. Pass somewhat off target. Chiellini. And Dani Olmo. Donatoni. Juve. Oh, he's burst through. Juve had a really good go at breaking through, but ultimately he was just about kept out.
Well, he's not the type that's short on self-belief, so that could rub off on his teammates now.
And this is Ronaldinho. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Rijkaard. And it's Rijkaard. Donatoni, whose purpose now is to complete a hat-trick. Shot could be... Chance! And it's there! It's all becoming so easy.
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
Has been indicated.
So now the difference is 3. Rijkaard. Rijkaard does really well there, he is strong. Delaney. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Alger can look back at this result with regret. A front foot start, but they were ultimately made to pay for their inability to kill it off.
We are glad
Any
to
reflections
inform
on
you
what
that
you've seen,
today's
Jim?
match day
Well, Peter,
programs are
I really
available from
couldn't
Stan.
see what...
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff.
Raphael Varane is someone I've always liked a lot for his incredible discipline and intelligence, Peter. So often having to play a covering role for a more aggressive partner, he really has made that style his own.
Yeah, that's something for which he has rightly received a lot of praise in view of the kind of players he's been paired with down the years.
Yeah, and something he can do thanks to his great recovery pace and an outstanding sense of positioning too.
Roberto Baggio. Baggio makes a dash for it. It's a pretty loose pass. Now it's Romario. Pirlo. Neymar. Oh, good take in a good area. Impressive jump. Marvellous goal.
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Good effort from distance. And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And we have our very first corner. Keeper's dealt with that. Here's a chance! Oh, he's just got under that.
Oh, he overcooked that one, aiming for perfection, and he got it slightly wrong.
Roberto Carlos. Pirlo. Edmilson. And it's Pirlo. Tries to pass it through. Quarter of an hour played. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Angers are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Looking for options for movement. Hoisted in. Oh, good climb! And that's a tidy finish. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Barcelona are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Edmilson.
Barcelona always have been a side that are known for pressing, a style that's very high tariff, Peter.
But it can pay off big time, can't it?
Yeah, just about every top side are doing this now.
Knocks it into space. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Angers clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Looking for the run.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And he's being shifted off it. Guardiola cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Half an hour played now. Pirlo, the arch schemer, always looking to get the team going. Guendouzi, and this is Ronaldinho, and he is deftly away. Neymar, now it's Romario. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Cafu, oh, that's really good play on the right, he's driving forward. Edmilson, it's Roberto Carlos. Aimed beyond the defence. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Roberto Baggio. Turns back here, probably the best option. Reaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Guendouzi. And it's Guardiola. Not the most accurate pass. Rafael Varane. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And it's Beckham.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Now it's Romario. Beckham. Great vision. Varane deals with that comfortably. Neymar. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Angers really are lucky not to be down by more, Peter. The manager's going to have to come up with something a little special to lift these players, otherwise this one's as good as done.
Oh, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. So right back into the action.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Roberto Carlos. Guendouzi. Now it's Ronaldinho. Oh, strongly challenged there. And it's Seedorf. Gerrard. Roberto Baggio. Now that looks a decent ball. It's a good-looking delivery.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Opts for safety. Rafael Varane. Now it's Romario. Roberto Baggio. Now it's Romario. And Romario! Just cruising! They are cruising! And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, talk about being on top of your game.
Goes for a shot! And there's a goal! This day becomes absolutely perfect, utterly ideal. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
Barcelona are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Le nombre de spectateurs pour ce match,
Ronaldinho
29
currently being
950.
consciously targeted.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
And this is Ronaldinho. Pirlo. And it's Beckham. Gerrard. Pass somewhat off target. Pinches it off him. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. Varane is being told in no uncertain terms that this will be his final warning.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways or this referee could soon change his status.
Pirlo. Now it's Pirlo. Into the channel. Neymar has it out wide and in space. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
And he's had it nicked away. Roberto Baggio! Keeper always had the measure of that.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
That's destined for the flank. And he's in on goal. Played out to the left flank. Edmilson. And here's Seedorf. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. This looks promising. He's shifting through the gears here. That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
It's admirable, but ultimately he didn't know when to look for support.
In towards the back stick. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Romario. That has been slung wide. He is just caressing the ball. Gerrard. Beckham. No way through. And here's Romario. Shot a goal! Goal! They are getting horribly bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
Changement. Le numéro 20. Pour le remplacer,
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Yeah, it's about time I think we saw some activity from the bench, but it's debatable as to what level of impact can be made from here. It's pretty late.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Gerrard does really well to win the ball there. It's Ronaldinho! Well, he caught that pure, but no end product.
Well, probably not the best way to try and get back into life. Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
Now it's Romario. Tries to play it through.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Romario! Oh, impressive strike.
Changement. Le numéro 14.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Le numéro
He's
5.
having a shot!
Attention, changement.
Oh, almost a sixth! That has not gone well. Goes for goal! And that's past the post.
Temps additionnel, 5 minutes.
This is a promising build-up. Now it's Romario. And here's Romario. Oh, he's having a go! Gerrard. Cafu. And it's Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho scooting forward. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is.
Well, he was the one player you had to keep away from the area. Not the best way to do it, though.
It's a good 30, 35 yards out, this. So who's he going to be aiming for here? Picked out brilliantly. It's Ronaldinho! And with that, the end. Alger cannot spin this any other way. They came up against opponents who were thrilling at times. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So we're up and running. What are you making of this formation, Jim Beglin?
Well, the beauty of this system, Peter, is that you can offer both a back five and the front two, having sufficient strength at either end of the team where you need it. Equally, the wing-backs can supplement the numbers in midfield to make it a five, so I think it affords managers the ultimate flexibility. And I think if I were really pushed on what I'd like most, this would be the system.
It's Neymar!
Neymar made it all look so simple there before he invited his own complications.
Well, of course, Italy has always been the place to be when it comes to defensive maestros, and here is a prime example. So how highly do you rate this fella, Alessandro Nesta?
Well, he's without doubt one of the very best they've produced. He's been mature well beyond his years since those younger days, blending power, speed, technique, and really good intelligence and ability to read the game. It's no surprise to me that so many have aspired to be just like him.
Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Pelé, and here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now it's Pelé. Pelé! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
Jordi Alba is one whose deliveries we all know about. Cafu wins the duel this time. Alger still without a single shot on target. Can he finish?
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Now it's Ronaldinho. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Played over towards the opposite flank. He's a sharp little ball here. He is through here. Now can he find a finish? He leaps for it. Firm header just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Now it's Pelé, and this is Ronaldo. Modric caresses it through. Somewhat off target. Cafu, and it's Guendouzi. Gerrard. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Can he get it through? And he gets rid in a hurry. And that's been won straight back. And the return pass. Now it's Pelé. Pelé unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
Well, he could easily have slipped that to his right just to keep the attack alive, and it looks like he's going to learn the hard way.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Nesta. Jordi Alba. He's found a way past. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball.
Pele really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Lovely ball and a real chance now. Ronaldinho is the type of player who always likes having a bit of space in front of him. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Five minutes till the break. Pele. Cafu.
That's good play from him.
He is just caressing the ball. Certain amount of room for debate here, but a goal kick's been given. Cafu. To Guendouzi. Ronaldinho, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. Where it came from.
Temps additionnel, 1 minute.
It's Pele! He's done very well to get to that.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And this could be the final action of the first half. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve. Oh, that is a fair try. And it's half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Reflections on the first half?
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
Well, generally speaking, an entertaining half. Lack of goals a notable thing, but that's not to say it hasn't been very watchable. And here is the first touch of the second half.
Angers really can count themselves lucky not to be behind at half-time. Couldn't really work out what they were trying to do, actually. Letting themselves get dominated like that, it's very confusing.
Now it's Pele. Guardiola does well to get it back. Neymar ready to try one.
Someone's eyeing this up with real belief here.
Oh, that's Cristiano Ronaldo! Beckham. Probing pass.
France are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way-through zone.
Vieira has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. And this is Ronaldo. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Guendouzi is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Still waiting for the game to take off here, 0-0. And it's Beckham. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Modric. Jordi Alba.
Oh, really well played.
Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. And that is out and behind, it's a good block. France have their second corner now. Cristiano Ronaldo! Boom header, just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
Pele going forward. A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. Ferdinand promptly onto that, and that is that. Cafu. Passing nice and neat. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Pele. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo
Really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Now it's Pele. Passes short and sharp.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Nicely weighted ball. And this is Ronaldinho. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
France clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 17.
So we have movement on both benches.
Yeah, it was pretty clear the manager's not been getting what he wants out of his players, so a substitution was going to come. I think it could have been sooner.
Alba. Le numéro 4.
Cafu. Beckham gets a foot in here.
Messi.
Ronaldinho.
Le numéro 20. Le numéro 11.
Now it's Romario.
Ronaldinho. Le numéro
He's on it. And Messi! Off the bar! And that has been cleared. Gerrard. Now it's Guendouzi. And it's Gerrard. Albert Ferrer.
Well, they've got one eye on the clock, but the balancing act is very fine at this stage. Go for it, and it could backfire. Sit back, and it may be at a price.
And that is expertly dealt with. Cafu. Just 5 minutes remaining now.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
And here's Ronaldinho. And here's Messi. Dealt with nicely by the defence. De Jong. Now it's Romario.
Temps additionnel, 1 minute.
So just 1 extra minute for stoppages. Played into space. Floated through. And he's intervened well there. Ferdinand is there to clear. And the referee brings it to a close. So we finish as we started. Try as they might, neither was able to break through. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix of action and plenty of talking points, and it ended with the right result, in my opinion.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
The game
everybody,
yet to
and
kick off.
welcome to
The
today's
excitement
match.
already palpable.
Arsenal against Angers.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Well, we're on the way. Ronaldo making his 100th appearance here today, of course.
Yeah, something that I mentioned to him in person before the match, Peter, although it took some time to register. Pretty much the same with me on my 100.
Takes the shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Arsenal with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And a header! Nearly, but not quite. And it's Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And here's Messi. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Guendouzi. It's a pretty loose pass. That's destined for the flank. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Messi. And this is Neymar! Neymar! This boy is showbiz! A finish of true class! Arsenal take the lead! Stylish in the extreme, a delicious goal.
Oh, give me this every week. The technical ability was superb, and you can see he meant every bit of this.
Substitutions taking place.
Angers making their first change very early on.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Cristiano Ronaldo really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Keeper's dealt with that. Looking for the far post. Oh, good climb! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Nuno Mendes. Quarter of an hour played. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Cristiano Ronaldo!
Angers really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Guendouzi. Now he's got space here. It's a promising position. Arsenal have quite a reputation for being combative, confrontational, just in your face, Jim.
It's well rehearsed, Peter. It's testament to their excellent work ethic, really. The way they always go chasing the ball in numbers, and they can keep it up late into a game too.
And it's Neymar. He's having a pop! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Neymar clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there.
Once more, he proves rigid and robust. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. It's played through for him. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! And it's in! It's the moment they all wanted! A goal in his 100th game! Was there ever any doubt?
Well, how cool was that? He was almost teasing the keeper then.
After 28 minutes is number 17, Cristiano Ronaldo. Substitution for Arsenal, number 5.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, this could be a bit of a nightmare scenario for the defence, as you're going to be facing a very willing runner now, especially one that likes to make those runs beyond the defensive line.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Tries to get it clear. And here's Neymar. Neymar proves just a little bit too strong. Cafu gets across to intercept that. And here's Neymar. Oh, nice touch. Davids. Cross goes in there. Didn't quite get enough on that.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Corner number 2 then. Keeper has taken decisive action. Trife! It's been blocked. And they've got rid. And now a sudden chance to counter. That has not gone well. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. He's gone for goal. Comfortable claim for the keeper.
Well, he's hit it well enough for me. I suppose it could be a deliberate attempt to just draw that defence out.
Beckham just eases him off the ball. Albert Ferrer. Mecha. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Guardiola. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. He's having a hit!
Indicated.
Nuno Mendes. Quality ball. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now it's Neymar. Oh, nicely intercepted. Guendouzi. And for the first half, that is that. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. The midway point of the game.
Well, you have to ask questions how this has stayed 1-1, Peter. I do think, though, that the way spaces have been found in key areas with relative ease will be a real concern, something that needs addressing, and fast.
So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. And so the action is resumed. That has been cut short. And it's Neymar. Davids is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Now it's Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Roberto Carlos did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And this is Ronaldo. Takes a shot. Cristiano Ronaldo! The glamour and the glory! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And the comeback is complete. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Yeah, tempted and teased the keeper into thinking he could get to it, but it just eased away to catch the inside of the post.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
And this is Ronaldo. Shot at goal! In he goes again. And he hits the net. And this is getting better and better. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That's smart play from him, actually, Peter. That goal was all about positioning. He knew instinctively where to be should the keeper have gotten a little jittery.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Deftly away.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! And the shot count keeps on rising.
He looks to me like he's enjoying his personal duel with this keeper.
Impressive jump! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Alger perhaps contemplating their next change here. Threads one in, and this is Ronaldo. He's got away. Benatia promptly onto that, and that is that. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Cafu kept his eye on it, and he's there. Beckham. Gerrard. And he's managed to get free. In towards the back stick. Punched away. Neymar looking to add to his goal. Nicely shaped ball. And he plays one through. There's the shot! And that's a tidy finish.
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
Substitution for Arsenal, number 3.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Coming on to replace him is
Arsenal
number
cut
15,
their deficit and look raring to go again.
Substitution.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Looking for options for movement. Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
The ball is loose and the chase is on.
Alger surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Great defending, strong and determined. He's in a great position here. Now it's Beckham. Crosses it in here. That's a corner kick. And there's no surprise who's taking this corner. Point-blank header! And that really should have been that.
Cafu has reacted in utter shock here. For him, the keeper has pulled off the impossible.
Not the most accurate pass. No, that pass isn't the best. And it's Guendouzi. Great ball if he can get there. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable. I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
That has ended up in no man's land.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Albert Ferrer does really well to win the ball there. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Oh, a delicate chip through. Akanji gets over and intercepts.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Algiers do have a chance to counter here. Well, that looks a decent ball. Oh, he's found support out wide. He's rising! No, couldn't quite control it.
You really could have done with engaging those crossers much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
And that is that. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will. And this place is... What a turnaround. Victory from the jaws of defeat. Enjoy that, Jim. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. We are just getting started. So there he is, Wesley Sneijder, a terrific playmaker.
Yeah, one of the very best to emerge from that legendary Amsterdam production line. An old-style number 10 whose ability with the ball is the envy of many.
And is that his greatest strength, or is there more to him?
Well, without doubt, it's his tactical intelligence combined with his pinpoint precision. The guy is like clockwork. You have to have that if you want to play there.
Now it's Kane. Tries one from range. That is decidedly lacking.
Well, I think the defence deserves credit for the way they were quick to close him down.
Short changes him with that pass.
Such good technique.
Played into space, and he's intervened well there. Rooney going forward. Can he get onto this? Tries a shot! So Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Gerrard. That's an imaginative pass. Messi. And it's Sneijder. And he cuts out the supply. First quarter of an hour gone. Gerrard. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Algier still without a single shot on target. That's a good ball out wide. He's had it taken off him. Beckham. That's a cute ball. And he's picked out the run. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And there's no surprise who's taking this corner. And the keeper beats it away. Aimed at the far side. He's gone for goal. And no one is overly concerned about that.
Well, he's hit it well enough for me. I suppose it could be a deliberate attempt to just draw that defence out.
Hernandez. And it's Alexander-Arnold. For Messi. Rooney. Messi. Nicely spread. He's found a way through. And he gets rid in a hurry. Guendouzi knocks it into space. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And the pass is intercepted. Cucurella is always looking to play quality balls. And it's Rooney. Messi. Looking for options for movement. Messi is offering some sort of an apology there.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, a delicate chip through. Messi. Played out towards the right wing. And it's Messi. Rooney. Alexander-Arnold, distributed tidily. Still waiting for the first breakthrough, but not for the want of trying. Chance! Oh, he's having a go! And he's following up! Albert Ferrer can clear it away. And now they can spring out of defence. Well, they've got it again. Now it's Kane. And it's Messi. Royce. Nice looking ball. Neuer clears without hesitation. Royce. And this is Ronaldo. Can he get it through? That is a great pick out. He's picked his way through. That's a lovely, delicate pass. And that is the end of the first half. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So, nothing to report so far on the goals front.
Yeah, 0-0, but definitely not from the want of trying. There's been plenty of industry and hard work, as well as some good defending, so I wouldn't be too dismissive just yet.
So we reached the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0.
Merci de votre compréhension. Changement. Le numéro 5. À sa place.
Down to business again. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. Good pressure, determined, intense. It's a searching pass. No, that's been intercepted. Cucurella. Rooney. That's good running with the ball. Nicely weighted ball. And he's picked out the run. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Gerrard with an air of confidence about him, a certain swagger.
Well, I thought that run had balance and control, skill and strength. The sort of desire we hope will spread.
No, he refuses to take the bait. Alger, different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
Takes on his marker, and it's Cucurella. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Done delicately. Oh, that's a key interception. Serginho. Rooney looking sharper, more menacing with every chance that comes his way. Best part of an hour, and still no breakthrough from... Applies the finish! Rising over the bar.
Yeah, but you only need to look across to the sideline to see what one makes of that, Peter.
Well, that looks a decent ball. Well, some are shouting for a corner, but the referee says goal kick. Forward it goes. Tries from a long way out. Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, it was an ambitious attempt, but it'll keep the defence on its toes at least.
Cucurella. A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. And he's had it nicked away. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. And he is going into that little black book. Puyol. Alger perhaps contemplating their next change here. To Messi. Rodgers. To Schneider. Rodgers. Aimed beyond the defence.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Now it's Kane. That's a sharp pass. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Cucurella. And it's Rooney. And it's Messi. It's a really well-measured ball.
Liverpool really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
And that was very necessary. Rodgers. If we're going to get a winner, it's got to come now.
Well, they've got one eye on the clock, but the balancing act is very fine at this stage. Go for it, and it could backfire. Sit back, and it may be at a price.
Cucurella gets over and intercepts. Ambitious ball here. Puyol kept his eye on it, and he's there. And it's Alexander-Arnold. The final 5 minutes. Nicely shaped ball. This looks promising. Gattuso! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
Attention, changement.
Liverpool have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution. Alexander-Arnold. It's Camavinga. Rooney going about things with real menace. Rooney.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
And here's Son Heung-min. No, he's not getting past him there. The shrill sound of the whistle, and that is that. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack, and the outcome inevitable. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Angers can always take more positives from a result like this. Yes, there is some tidying up to do, but some real promise too.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening.